If a house is sold, why am I seeing it online? Hi everyone, Marc Gallant here. I'm a realtor with REMAX Avante on Équipe Roger Leblanc team right here in Moncton. Today I want to talk to you about a very common question I get from clients, and that is, why am I seeing houses online if they've accepted an offer already? But before I get started, I just want to put a quick little disclaimer to let you know that this is by no means a course on contract law, just a quick little explanation on a scenario we're running into very often in this crazy market we're in. So, why do we see homes online that are sold? Well, technically it's because they're not actually sold yet. Let me give you a scenario. Mr. and Mrs. Jones see one of my listings online on realtor.ca and they're quite interested in it, so they give me a call to set up a showing. When they give me a call, I have to let them know that we already have accepted an offer on it. So what is this accepted offer status? Well, it basically happens when a listed home's seller or seller's agent receives an offer from a buyer's agent saying that they will agree to buy the property for a certain price as long as these conditions can be met. These conditions are put in place to protect the buyer. They can vary, but some of the more common ones are as follows, and I did write them down because I didn't want to forget any. The first one would be condition of sale of buyer's property. So the buyer actually has a property of their own listed on the market, and they're actively trying to sell it, and they are basically saying, as long as I sell my property by this date, I will buy your property. Second will be condition that I can secure financing, and I say I as the buyer. This is different than your pre-approval. This is basically a letter from your bank saying that you are approved for a mortgage on this property for this price. Condition of home inspection results being satisfactory to the buyer. It's very prudent to have a home inspected before you go through with the sale. So this will give you the opportunity to see if there are any major issues with it that need to be addressed before finalizing the sale. Condition of insurability. This would be a letter that you would get from an insurance company saying that they will insure your property and to make sure there are no major issues that would prohibit them from doing so. Condition that the well water pass a potability test. Also very prudent to check to make sure the water is actually drinkable. Condition that the seller will fill out a residential property disclosure. A residential property disclosure is a form from the New Brunswick Real Estate Association. It's a 4-page document that is basically in the form of a questionnaire and requests information from the seller based on their knowledge from their time in the home. So other conditions could be inserted by the buyer, but the short list I just went through are the basic ones that you will see, or the more common ones. Now, the buyer doesn't have an unlimited amount of time to meet these conditions. The buyer and seller agree to a date where conditions have to be met, or if they're not, the deal becomes null and void. Each situation will be different, but 10 to 14 days seems to be the norm. And this is the time between the written offer being accepted and the buyer meeting all the conditions. This is when you'll see homes still listed online, even though they do have an accepted offer. At this point, the seller can choose to still show the home if they like. However, they are bound to the offer they've agreed to or accepted until such time as the date has expired for conditions to be met. If the conditions are not met by that time, a few different things can happen. One of them would be they could agree to extend the time. For example, the buyer may need an extra day or so to get their finance letter from the bank, or the contract at that point, unfortunately, sometimes will become null and void if the buyer could not meet all conditions. Maybe there was a mistake with the financing pre-approval and they could not actually get approved for that amount of money. And that right there is the main reason why homes are still listed online when there is an accepted offer, because sometimes the offer doesn't come to fruition. Once all conditions are met, at that point, the deal becomes what we call firm or pending, and that's when it's removed from online, because at that point, all conditions have been met. This is a firm deal. The house is sold. That's also when you'll see the sold sign go up on the front lawn. So there you go. That's my quick explanation of why you still see homes online when they have accepted offers. I hope you found some of the information useful. If you did, please feel free to share this video. If you have any questions on this topic or any other real estate topic for that matter, please feel free to give me a call, send me an email, text, anything at all, anytime. Again, my name is Marc Gallant. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Avante as part of Greater Moncton team. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.